It's not often you get the chance to say thank you to a leader who's had your back. Me and my siblings, we grew up between two households, one single parent, one two parent. I transferred from UT from a private college from a private college because my student debt was loading up and I just couldn't afford it. But when President Obama and Vice President Biden expanded Pell Grants and reformed our student lending system, I knew they believed education should be an imperative for all and not a luxury for few. I have two younger sisters, and I care about women's rights and health care. And I know that when they start their careers, they'll earn equal pay for equal work because of Team Obama-Biden. I know that Obamacare means women can get their cancer screenings, contraception, and regular checkups covered by their insurance. And all of us young people here can stay on our parents' plans until we're 26. All those things matter. It shows that Team Obama-Biden believes anyone working hard and playing by the rules should get a fair shot, no matter who or where they come from, and certainly no matter whom they love. So Rockets, we're moving forward. We can't fall back now, and our voice is our vote. So make it count. And make your voices heard now as we welcome Ashley Biden and her dad, Vice President Joe Biden.
My name is Ashley Biden, and I am the very proud daughter of Joe Biden. This is the most critical election of my lifetime, and I thank you for supporting my father and President Obama. My father taught me at a young age about equality, fairness, and being an advocate for those whose voices were silenced or not heard. And that is why I am a social worker today. My father has dedicated his entire career to social justice and leveling the playing field so that all Americans have an equal shot at pursuing their dreams. No matter what you look like, where you come from, or who you love. That's the thing about my father and President Obama. They want to make sure that everyone has the chance to succeed. My whole life, my father has been there for me. And for the last 4 years, I've seen how he's been there for all of you. Now I'm asking you to join me in being there for him and President Obama. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my amazing father and the Vice President for the next 4 years.
Hello, Toledo. Thank you. What a great crowd. Great, and thank you for that introduction. And Dr. Jacobs, President of the University of Toledo. It's great to see you again. It's great to be back. It's been a long time since I've been to the university, but it's good to be back. And I want to, by the way, I have one of the most qualified, dignified, and successful congresswomen in the country here today. I'd like Marcy Kaplan to come out here with me. whole Congress would run like that. Marcy is an example of how you can be absolutely, totally principled and at the same time willing to hear the other guy's point of view and willing to figure out how to reach a principled accommodation. And I tell you what, we've known each other for a long time, Marcy and I, and we've worked together, and when I was a senator for a long time. And I want to tell you, this woman has more integrity and little finger than most people have in the whole country. Toledo, you've got your rockets, and we've got, the country's got Obama. And I tell you what, I think Obama's going to do to the opposition what you did last week. Hey, you guys, as they say in Southern Delaware, y'all got a ball club. Ladies and gentlemen, before I get into what I want to say to you all today, as you all know, after a little bit of skirmishing, there still is early voting in Ohio. And the polls are open now for extended hours, 8 in the morning to 7 p.m. Folks, go win it for us now. Go vote now. And boy, did we see a president worth voting for last night. I've watched this guy. I've been with him and stood with him and sat with him as the last guy in the room in every major decision. There's two things I want to tell you about. And I think everybody got a glimpse of it last night. This is a guy who knows what he believes, again, sits down and takes in all the advice and information any reasonable person is there to give him. And then he sits in that room, and I get to be the last guy in the room. And the thing that I admire most about his leadership, this guy has clear vision, but most of all, he's got a steady hand. And I've never once, in all the time, and I've served with 8 presidents. I got elected when I was a 29-year-old kid to the Senate. I've never once has he turned to me on whether it's a decision on bin Laden to dealing with how we're going to save the economy. I've never once had him turn to me and say, Joe, what do you think the politics of this are? Not one time. Not one time. This guy acts on his principles, acts on what he believes. And now, because he believes you do the right thing, eventually it will become clear. Ladies and gentlemen, the president has now held his 3rd debate with Mitt Romney. And of course, I had the honor of having 1 debate with Congressman Ryan. He's a nice fellow. As the president pointed out, these debates, the 4 now that we've had, have exposed that Governor Romney and Congressman Ryan have a foreign policy, to paraphrase the president last night, a foreign policy out of the 80s, a social policy out of the 50s, and an economic policy out of the 20s. But regardless of whether or not you agree with that, here's the deal. It's clear by now to the American people the differences in our policies, and I would submit in our value system, is profound. This is a profound choice the American people are going to make, and there's I don't think they're going to be at all confused about the choices they have. And that's, and this is why last night you saw Governor Romney rushing to agree with President Obama. I tell you what, it was pretty clear. Even since the Ryan debate, when the explanations were given on foreign policy, then all of a sudden, I was stunned and pleased that Governor Romney had disavowed so many things he said in the past, and he acknowledged that the president was right on so many. Whether it was the strength of the United States Navy, or our plans for Afghanistan, or how to handle Iran, or our relationship with Israel, you got a very clear sense that these guys just don't get it. You know, some days they're out there and rattle the saber. Some days they're doves carrying olive branches. The only thing consistent about the way they talk about policy is that they are inconsistent. That's the only thing. You know, another place where they don't get it is on women's rights. Barack and I are absolutely, and make no mistake about this, you have that beautiful little daughter in your lap there. Here's the deal. I mean this sincerely now. No one should mistake this. One of the things that bound us together from the very beginning as a team is he is absolutely as committed as I, and I'm as committed as he is about one fundamental point. My daughter, my 4 granddaughters, his daughters, deserve every single opportunity my sons have and my grandchildren. Without exception. Without exception. No exception. And Romney and Ryan, Governor Romney and Congressman Ryan have made it clear that they don't believe a woman has the right to control her own body. They're willing to impose their private views. Ladies and gentlemen, women's health, they want to give the power back to the insurance companies. No, by the way, some of you younger students may not know this, but when you go to get insurance as a woman, now, until we just changed the law, you can be charged and are likely charged 50% more for the same exact policy your classmate will be charged for. Right now, many insurance companies list pregnancy as a pre-existing condition. If you are pregnant, no, this is real. And the law that the president wrote and we got passed says they can't do that. They won't be able to do that anymore. And so I mean literal when I say he wants to give power back to the insurance companies. Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't even talked about, because as I say, my wife would say, don't get him started. I haven't even talked about it. What do you all think, you students, what do you think the Supreme Court will look like after 4 years of a Romney administration? Ladies and gentlemen, when Governor Romney was asked a direct question at not this past debate, the debate before, about equal pay for equal work, what did he talk about? He talked about binders. Binders of qualified women that he learned were out there. He never did answer the question whether or not a woman is entitled to equal pay for equal work.